Hello everyone, this is your Phantom Safety Pin, and this is a screen we have not seen before. Welcome to Myst V End of Ages. This is a game that I have played precisely one time, and there is very good reason for it. I don't feel it's a fitting end to the Myst saga. I think Myst 4 was the better ending. But, here we are. I said I'd always play it if I got the chance. So here we go. Start a new game. Let's see where it takes us.
My journey has come to an end. I have lost my home, my books, my sons. I've lost my father, my grandmother, my dear wife, Catherine. And now I fear my only daughter is gone as well. And for what? For the slimmest hope that things could be put right. What began as my tedious life in the cleft, holding out hope for more, has returned to the same. I've gone to great lengths to watch the end be written, and now I find myself alone in a sandstorm in Tomana, waiting for a single grain of sand to fall. Dunny's future is like an hourglass. As the final grain slips through, I wait and I tremble, losing hope that the hourglass will be turned over once again. The age may just simply end, expended and lifeless. I have passed my cursed burden on to my cherished daughter, Isha. She has either understood and embraced it, or the weight of it has crushed her. I fear it has been far too long. My hope has waned. If Isha has failed, is anyone left who can understand? Oh, I am old and so tired. And once again, I am useless. Today, I will put an end to my useless waiting and go on to a better place.
Well, that was depressing. God, that was depressing. So, Myst V is a game that takes place about 200 years in the future. It is not set in the same timeline as Myst 1 through 4 is, and you do not play as the stranger. You play as a man named Dr. Richard A. Watson, otherwise known as Rawa, as he discovers what has become of the Dunny Caverns and what's left. So I'm going to do a little bit of adjustment here. What are you? No, friends! Friends, come back! Little buddies! Whoa, my gosh. Okay. So yeah, the interface has completely changed. You'll notice we can pan around. You can click. You can also do this to run. It's a little bit messed up, so I'm going to do some quick options settings here. Free move allows for WASD controls. I'm going to use Classic Plus because that's what I'm used to. It does the same thing as in Myst 4 and Myst 3, but if you hold down this button, you run around in free roam. Oh! I don't like that! Oh, I don't like that! Oh, I don't like that. There are going to be some puzzles in Myst 5 that are timed and require use of possibly changing the setup. And as you can see, we have found ourselves in Kavir, or rather, what's left of Kavir in the Great Dunny Caverns. We started off in this area in Myst 1, like in Riven, rather, and we go to this area in Myst to give Atris the first page of his white journal, as you can see right here. As you can see, the lone Myst book is closed. We can't open it. Nothing else here but some bats and those strange creatures we saw. Those creatures, you will come to know, are known as the Barrow. And they are a mysterious race of, like, alien beings that can do some pretty wild stuff. They're gonna be very important. Oh! Some bats here. Let's see if I can figure out what I need to do. It's kind of a slightly open door. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing here. Huh. Nothing here. This is perhaps maybe the only potential way to go. I'm going to try to continue to look for a spot to leave, but I don't remember much of anything about this game. Like I said, I've played this game just once, and I didn't much care for it at the time when I played it. I felt it was kind of a departure for the Myst series. I felt it didn't really feel like Myst. I don't think any of these doors are the way I need to go. Is this the way I need to go? Aha! Well, deeper in we go. Can't go that way. This is not our first glimpse, I will say, of the Dunny Caverns. We see a little more of it in Uru Live. Ooh. Interesting. Now, I do want to point out that, Kavir in the lore was actually, I believe, the palace of the Dunny Kings during the Age of Kings. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hi! Whoa. The Barrow are freaking me out a little, man. They're freaking me out a little, man. But I can't go that way, but maybe there's another way I can go. Usually there's like a lever or a button that you can pull. I want to get there. But how does I do get there? I might be wandering a little bit for a while, just because, again, I played this game precisely... Oh! That's a thing. Yes. So these are our save functions. We're gonna save this now. And this is our journal. So if we ever need to come back to our journal and write notes in it, we can do that here. It's also our saves. Oh, that earthquake is freaking me out. Reminds me of Riven. As you can hear a little bit of the Myst theme in the background. Some of the early Myst themes, anyway. What? I don't know if I like how these guys are watching me. You're freaking me out a little bit. These things fucking crawl on the walls. These crawl up the walls. And then they vanish when I get too close. They're just wigging me out a little bit, you know? Just a little bit. They're unsettling. Just a little unsettling. They're kind of cute, but also deeply unsettling. Now, before we go into this area, I do want to show you this one little spot right here, where you can kind of see a little bit of the Great Cavern beyond. Not that. That area in the back, that is the Great Lake that kind of is central to the Dunny City. The entire lake is just massive, and they built this massive city around it, which you do get to explore a little bit in Uru and Uru Complete Chronicles, but this is more dominant. A strange bubble we have here. We can kind of look around. We can see and hear what appear to be other ages. Interesting. So this will be our replacement linking system for the game. And it will take us to the ages we need to go to. Oh. Interesting. Well, I wonder what touching that did. Well, I don't think we want to step out to any of these ages that we don't know. I think we want to step out when we look like... Huh?
So, friend, the tablet has responded to you. Of course. If you're seeking my father, his time is past. He won't be requiring your assistance. The book to his cursed island lays locked and gathering dust in his prison. That book, along with his pain and his burden, have been passed to me. And now you will know it too. You will listen carefully.
Okay.
This is not to be taken lightly.
All right.
The tablet has responded to you. It will be your burden. Choose wisely in the end, for there will be no second chance. Many have taken this tablet, and they tried not to let go. It is the power of the writing. It seduces all who try to hold it. I have held it, tasted its sweetness. But I can hold it no longer.
I see.
They have served too long. Always serving. Ever watching. And now perhaps you will see how to release them. First, collect what's been scattered, and then the tablet will be released. Then you will hold it. You will find in each age along the journey that there will be help, and there will be hindrance.
As usual.
You will start this journey where I started, where my father Atris started, where my great-grandmother Tiana started. You will end this journey here.
Okay.
When the tablet is released. When you return, the tablet will be yours. When the tablet is yours, do not give it to me. What you still don't understand, you have failed to hear or don't need to know.
You remind me of your mother. And your father.
Begin.
Ma'am, did you just link me out of Kavir? Who are you?
You have seen Yisha.
Okay.
She was, I'm sure, not very hospitable.
Not really.
You're confused, no doubt. My name is Escher. It is my pleasure to meet you. She has given you the quest. Yes, quest. The quest to carry the four, the quest to release the tablet, the quest that is proving to be more difficult than she anticipated. Many have taken the quest. And the tablet still has no master. I will tell you what she will not. I will help you when she will not. But she and I agree on this point. Do not give her the tablet.
All right.
She's lied to you already.
And you're not?
Uttered words that bite her heart as they leave her lips. She wants the tablet more than anything. She desires what she can no longer feel, but once tasted. You must not. Whatever happens, give it to her. Oh, she is the desert bird that longs to fly, She has dreams of taking flight in her ambiguous world filled with vague clouds and shadowed air. Careful. She is a clever one. I'm sorry. I'm overwhelming you.
Yeah, a little.
Look for the hole in the ground. That's where your journey begins.
All right.
I will find you.
What is it with people just linking away out of nowhere? First the creatures, then the woman, then the guy. There's a lot to unpack here. All right. So if you didn't catch all that, the woman we met is Yisha. We last saw her in Uru as a young woman, and we last saw her before that in Myst IV Revelation as a little girl, where we had to save her from her brothers. Well, not us, but the stranger. The man that you met is named Escher. He is a full-blooded Dunny man, and he is one of the few survivors left of his kind. So Yisha has given us a task here. Yisha has told us we need to go into this area called the Cleft. That's where we are. We are within the caldera of the Cleft, somewhere in New Mexico in the United States, where Adris grew up, where Yisha began her journey, where all of the explorers in Uru begin theirs, and where we will begin ours. Yisha has been working for some time with creatures known as the Barrow, which you might see these drawings around. They're hers, and they're also the Barrows. And she has been trying to find a way to free them from servitude. I believe the implication is that somehow the Dunny as a civilization captured and enslaved them to help build their city. I don't know a lot of the lore behind this. I never really went into all this with Uru and Uru Live and all that. I played it very sparingly, if at all. Ugh. These earthquakes make me very nervous. They make me super nervous. But yes, so the Barrow had been enslaved for a very long time. Yisha tried to release them. Others have tried to use that golden tablet you saw in the beginning to control them. And Yisha can no longer use the tablet to help them. So she's asked us to help. Yisha being, of course, Atris's daughter. Atris will not be involved in this story. You heard the intro. Yeah, End of Ages changes a lot of things, and it's not always stuff that I think really was to its liking, but it's not really End of Ages' fault. It was kind of pieced together from old pieces of Uru Live, before it got removed and we couldn't play it anymore. Well, I mean, you can still play it. It's available. It's under MOLA, Myst Online Uru Live again. If you really wanted to download it, you can actually still play it today. People are still adding fan ages to it. But, that's kind of neither here nor there. So our task is, go on the Yisha quest, free the Barrow, and give the people the right tablet. And we'll figure out who that is as we kind of continue with this game. First, a nice little callback to Riven, this dagger. That's been here for 200 years. The one part of Gen's age that didn't collapse. I find that very hilarious. You'll find kind of Yisha's story on these rocks here if you look around. Take a little look around the Cleft here, or part of the Cleft. You can see the Barrow kind of being used to help build the ages. Yisha's birth. There will be references to the other Myst games, but not very much. Here's Yisha herself leaving to go into the Cleft and take her journey. Yisha cannot draw. She can do a great many things, but drawing is not one of them. She knows the art, but she does not know art. Funny that. So anyway, Escher pointed out to a hole down here, which is down here. And so down we will go. Now, Myst V tried a lot of, new things. Oh! Shh, I don't want to scare it. I don't want to scare the little buddy. He's very nervous. Here we see the resplendent Barrow in his natural... Oh, shoot! No! I didn't mean to spook you! I'm sorry! Aww. Well, that was the resplendent Barrow in its natural habitat. I tried to deceive her with that. It was having a dinner. And, enjoying its dinner. But, now Not much more it can do now, so we're gonna do a little... Oh! They're so creepy, man. They're so creepy. I love them. They're kind of cute, but they're so creepy. So our task now, we're going to be going down into the cleft. Into Dunny from the cleft. And our task is to get some stuff there, the connection resettled, and get us down into that area, back into Kavir, so we can actually go look at what we need to do. Myst V, again, does away kind of with the hub age formula a little bit. There's a lot of changes involved in how you get around, and a lot of changes to linking. Most notably, we don't really use a lot of books anymore, and you're going to notice that very, very prominently. But our first task, as usual, collect journals and pages. Now, I'm not going to read through all these. If you want to read through all of them, whoa! Oh, that still makes me so nervous. If you want to read through all of them, you can. I feel like that might be important, so I'm going to take a snapshot of that. Oh. That room goes somewhere, but I think I want to explore over here before I do anything. Friend? They're so shy! They're so shy and bashful. Oh. This is interesting. Looks like this is an area where Yisha... Whoa! Whoa! Every time I hear... Oh! Oh, that's so creepy! You're spooky! It's being a spooky! Oh my god! That actually scared me! Okay. Okay, so while I try to explain and that Barrow decides to be an entire terror for about 5 seconds. This is one of Yisha's restrooms. Not a rest room, but like where she rested. And there's some interesting stuff in here. There's like beeping going on in the background, and I don't know if that's part of the game or if it's outside. I'm gonna note this. If you've played Uru, you know what this is. If you have not played Uru, this is a key dispenser. Keys, not keys like for a door, as in K-I. It's a type of timekeeping device used by the Dunny, and used by explorers in Uru Live. So when you hear someone in Uru Live talk to you about cavern time or so much key time, they're referring to using this. Because time in the caverns is different. They don't have a sun to guide them after all. Looks like Yisha spent some time in here. Oh? It just kind of takes a look at the Great Shaft and some notes. You know, symbol of the DRC, the Dunny Restoration Council. And this is how they got this working. It's part of the plot to Uru. And it's often said that Myst V is kind of the sequel to Uru, not to Myst. And that's kind of true. It's kind of true. Another Yisha journal. Oh, looks like we maybe missed one. Oh, what was that noise? Does that Barrow just always look at you? It just always looks at you? Bro. I don't know if I like that. I really don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. That chittering is so getting to me. God. I just keep hearing bats and, like, Barrow skittering and, like, there's... Oh, it's so creepy. Alright, like, you're not alone in these caverns. Well, this looks like an imager. Let's press it. Hi, Yisha.
Oh! How could this be? On their backs, this fallen empire was built. What hypocrisy. Such abuse of power. I think they even deluded themselves into believing their own lies. It pains me to the point of ill. It makes me pleased that they are dead. What hate is in me.
Well, Yisha? Oh. Well, Alicia, hatred's in everybody, friend. Can you, like, stop skittering, my guy? Can you stop skittering? Thanks. Thank you. No? You're just gonna stand there and watch me? Okay, bud. Alright, you do you. And I'll do me. And we won't do each other. Probably. So this book is a linking book. One of a few we're gonna find, but we're not gonna link to this age yet. This goes to an age called Durabo. And actually, yeah, no, yeah, we'll link there. We'll link there real quick. Oh, hi, Asher, how you doing?
The
Ah, keep his glasses off!
An age for resting. Such a peaceful place. And the way to get to the first age. There. That profane thing and the other pedestals like it are not of the Khni.
What did you say?
A regrettable part of this journey.
No, I'm sorry. How did you pronounce Dunny, bruh?
The pedestal will allow you to link in a manner similar to the book that brought you here, but know this. They are perverted tools of the creatures. The creatures. You've seen them. Always watching. Calling to one another in the darkness. Loathsome. Wraiths.
They're creepy, but...
They are not as we are.
That's racist, dude.
Remember that. Touch the pedestal. It will bring you to the age of Tagira. I will find you there.
Okay, Asher, first of all, shut the actual heek up. Just shut up. Shut up. I don't know what it is with you, Dunny, but you all like to yap excessively. Gen did. Atris sorta did. And now you, bruh. Can you just stop? Second, that was really racist. You can't just because they're weird eldritch, like, cave creatures, you can't call them loathsome creatures that aren't like us, bruh. That's really, really, really not kosher. You can't do that. It's 2020, it's the 2020s now. Maybe you could do that back in 2004. You can't do it now. It's like 20 years in the future, bruh. You can't do that now. 3, your pale dunny eyes creep me the hell out. They creep me out. You're weird. You're weird. All of this is weird. It's weird. This age is really pretty, though. This is Durabo, as he was saying. It's a rest age, as he said. The Dunny like to write these. They had a big craze a while ago called the Garden Age craze, and this was one of the products of that. It's kind of used as a nexus point. You'll see there's a number of these bubbles around. This one leads to Tagira, as he pointed out, the Icy Age. We will not be going there just yet. Instead, we've got to do another task. We will be unlocking these bridges. Unlocking these bridges is important. It is locked from 2 sides, however. And even though we could easily reach across, it will not let us reach across. It's very, very stupid. It's incredibly stupid. But nope, you can't reach across these bridges with your hand to unlock them. It's dumb. Ooh, fireflies. Kind of reminds me of Dream and Serenia a little bit. But, yeah. You'll notice over here, this is a linking bubble to an age called Noloben. That is one of our ages we will be going to. If we go over this way, there is a linking bubble. I believe this one is to Totelmer, which I believe is one of the prettiest ages in Myst. Shame it's in this game, but it's one of the prettiest ages in Myst. On the far back there, you will see our 4th linking bubble. That goes to an age called Lakion, and we will be going there last. Ooh. Could, like, these ages stop making spooky noises? It's nice and all, but, like, I don't like it. I don't like it. So we've done that. We're actually going to go back to the Dunny Caverns, because we got some stuff to do down there. We will have to be going back through these caverns to unlock the way to those other islands. Otherwise, we will have to, like, just keep coming back here, and it's not fun. Oh, you're still there, bud? I'm glad to know my eldritch horror buddy is still alive and well, chilling up in the caverns there. You know, it does my heart good. You do my heart good, bud. You do my heart good. You do not. So we're just gonna follow these bats to another route. And we're gonna take a look around. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! You can't be linking in behind people, bruh.
I apologize for the goggles earlier, but my eyes are not accustomed to the sun in this age.
We know.
I have taken this same journey, this same quest, and failed. I'm not proud of my failure, yet I think that what I learned will be useful in your quest. Your journey continues through that door.
You'll notice he has kind of like what appears to be some leather on his shoulder there. I'll explain that in a little more detail later, but, Escher's got some interesting backstory, I'll just put it that way. So now we're gonna do some playing around with stuff. Oh. Well, that was easy. That was hardly a puzzle. That was hardly a puzzle. We're also gonna take a look at some other stuff, like back through here. Oh, hey, another Yisha journal. I feel like we've missed one. I just don't know where. And it doesn't really matter if you've missed one or another. What is this? What does this do? Oh, that one doesn't work. Aww. No, I want to explore the Dunny Ultra World! I want to explore the Dunny Ultra World! Oh, it was right here. It was right here, I just never picked it up! And for those of you who are absolutely, truly interested in the Yisha journals, I will put out a video where all of them are, I believe they're voiced. I will put them out in one video for you at the very end as a bonus for Myst V. But we have somewhere else to go. Ooh. Are you still purring in my ear? Mr. Barrow, can you please not purr in my ear? It's weird. I don't know you, bruh. That's my purse. I don't know you. So I'm going to take a look around here, and oh. Well, that's a lot of steps, but I don't think I want to go down those steps. I think I want to take the express route. Was that a bat? Was that... Did the Barrow just sound like that? Some Uru fan, let me know. Some Uru fan, let me know. Please let me know. But yes, yep, that's definitely a Barrow. So these, this big hole in the ground, this is known as the Great Shaft. The Dunny built this because they got curious and ambitious at one point, as they often do, or often did, and they wanted to reach the surface. They all lived in a big hole in the underground, of course, and they wanted to reach the surface and see what was up there, because this little explorer woman named Anna found her way down into the caverns from the cleft. She was the first human, one of the first humans that we know of. There could have been others. There probably were others. Whoa. That seemed to have discovered a route down into the Dunny City underground, the Great Cavern. And this is the Dunny's answer to that. They got curious, wanted to explore, and in their hubris, a big fight broke out, and this dude named Agiris got very upset about it, and bioengineered a deadly cloud to kill them all and murder their entire people. Because some random humans showed up. Yeah. They were emotional like that. Well, I don't see anything that kind of... Oh? Well, you know what we do with levers in Myst games, right? Hmm? What? What the heck? Okay. Well, we saw in that diagram there was some sort of, elevator. Now, does that make sense? I think the elevator's taking a while. Wait, no, let's come back up? Oh! Well, that's convenient. And now, I'm going to shut up so you can see the only equivalent we get to something like an end of age ride in Myst V. And just for the record, if you really wanted to, you could climb on all those stairs, I believe. But why when you have a cool elevator? Ooh, I like that music. That goes back up. Bye! Let's see what else we have to find here. Ooh, I do like the piece in here. It's a very nice piece. I should point out that the person doing the music is no longer Jack Wall. It's Tim Larkin. He did a lot of the musical aid for Riven, and he also did it for Uru. Is there a little buddy in here? No, we appear to be alone. Another key dispenser. More rest areas. So you'd, like, walk down the Great Shaft and, like, rest here. I guess if you wanted to get your steps in, this was the Dunny equivalent of aerobics. We got about a little under half of her journals now. And there is another book we can use to link. Ah, as you can see, the stars set. I just heard a borrow. Friend? Well. This takes us right back to Dorebo, and specifically, it takes us to a second island. Now, you might be wondering how there can be multiple linking books to the same age, and that's because the Dunny created something called a Great Zero, or a Rezero. Which, if it is, it's used as a sort of, like, guide point. Let's take us right to the total number 1, as you see. It uses something like a guide point to set points in an age. And every age has one, and the Great Dunny Cavern has one. And you can't, it allows you, as long as it's not in the same place, to set a specific, a specific area. Now you see this bridge here is completely unlocked. But it allows you to set a guide point at a specific set of coordinates within an age. So you can have multiple books that link to the same age, but they can all be in different places. You can also have multiple books that link to the same location, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But yes, that's all we had to do here, so let's continue down this great shaft and see what awaits us further down in the caverns. Well, here's another elevator. Oh, hey, another Isha book. So now we have half of them. She didn't make them hard to find. Huh? But yes, and I'm not positive exactly if Myst V takes place after Uru or before Uru. I believe it takes place after Uru, and we simultaneously somehow see Isha both as a young adult and an older woman, like a middle-aged woman. I might be wrong. Again, someone who's an Uru nerd can correct me on that, but I don't have the final details on it. I'm gonna quick check my time. I am gonna save my game. Then I'm gonna quick check my time, my recording time. I think we are just about done for now. Oh, can't go any further there. We've come down to kind of like an area. Ooh. Man, those burrow screeches really get to me. Come down to like a central location here. I want to make sure I don't miss any Yisha journals, of course. Oh, hi, Asher. How you doing?
Stand in awe. The surface is 3 miles above us. 3 miles.
That's quite
Our
big.
construction is triumphant. And tragic. You will not be able to continue downward without providing fresh air to the tunnels. Raise this floor and power the fans. I trust you can discover how.
I long to find somebody who has as much confidence in me figuring out these puzzles as Escher has in me figuring out these puzzles. But as he says, we can't continue further down into the Great Dunny Caverns because there's no air. There's no fresh air. And there hasn't been for quite some time. So we're going to have to put air into the tunnels. That's our way down there. A quick look around here. Another path here. It is quite a glorious construction. I am in fact standing in awe, Escher. It's pretty cool. Dunny were pretty advanced. They knew some shit. Oh, whoa! Fred, come back! Come back! No. Why'd you go where I cannot follow? Why'd you go where I cannot follow, my friend? Alright, well. I think that just about does it for now, so I'm gonna quick check my time, make sure that we're good. And I think leave it here for now. That was the start of Myst V, End of Ages. This has been your Phantom Safety Pin. And I'll see you in the next one.